Hello, everybody. Welcome,
Yeah.
welcome to Alphavets. Hi,
What it do?
hi,
What it
Chris.
do? Chilling, chilling. You know me.
Yeah,
Chilling.
just chilling, just chilling.
Man, man, you more shredded than a julienne salad, man.
Got any tips,
Got any tips? You got any tips? Yeah. I see the classes going well. Yes.
dude? Been killing it.
Good.
You
Good,
should
man.
see my lifestyle right now. It is studying, workouts, workout classes, eating the healthiest I've ever ate in my life. It's been good. It's been good.
Good, man. That's awesome, brother.
Yep.
We've been we've been pretty busy, y'all. We've been pretty busy. I know it's been what? It's been over 2 weeks. I don't know when the
In
last
a
I can't remember.
month.
Has it been another month?
It's been
No,
like
it has.
28 days. Yeah, it
I
has.
don't believe you. I don't
I mean,
believe
since
you.
our last live, yeah, I think it's been like
Yeah.
28 days.
No freaking way.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I missed y'all, but been busy. Got a daughter, another daughter, graduated basic training week before last.
Said you had another daughter. I was like, wait,
Yeah. Got another one. No.
got another one.
Yeah.
Surprise.
No. I'm proud of them, man. I'm proud of all my girls, man. They're all doing great. My daughter is she's gonna be a meteorologist. That's insane.
Dude, that's awesome.
I know, man. I'm
That
proud
that
of her.
was that's what I wanted to go to school for if I didn't join the Marines.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't wait. Can't wait to like have weather conversations with her, you know.
Oh.
And I'm like, so they seed the clouds, right? Daughter, you know that they manipulate the weather, right? Can we have that conversation now? Did they teach you that in meteorology school? Huh?
So, what do you know about geoengineering?
Right. What can you tell me about what did they teach you up there in meteorology school? Yeah.
Real. For real. Probably not that.
Yeah.
Probably not that.
Probably not that. No, no. It's a conspiracy theory, Israel.
Ran out of them.
I know we are running out of them. They keep coming true. Isn't it crazy?
Just gonna go ahead and say it. Whether you are new to this show or you're just like popped in for the first time ever and this is your first impression, the Q people were right.
We were, yeah, yeah. I
Like
love it
dead
though.
on the nuts.
You get dead on, dead on. What is that from? My cousin Vinny. Dead on balls accurate. Are you
Yeah.
sure? Oh, I'm sure. Dead on balls accurate. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Yeah.
much. If you're new to Q, hey, you can go search the drops and have your mind blown too. And you can be
Have
like, oh my
fun.
gosh. Oh my gosh. All this stuff is happening now.
Dude, I
What?
was so that one post that you commented on my comment about Hillary Clinton and the Nephilim and all that stuff, the Gilgamesh.
Yeah,
But-
where y'all been?
So after that, like after reading that post, I just kind of like gasped, like I was just like, or sighed. I was like, people are about to go through a bunch of stuff, and it's like, I don't wanna do this again.
Yeah.
Like you guys have at it.
Have at it, right? Have at it. We've been there. Been there. I think what I posted, I was like, yeah, we only did a video on this like 2 years ago
For real.
about the resurrection chamber and all that stuff. And
Yeah. If you don't know all right, so we touched on it not only in the Hallel video, which is one of the ones we've reposted here on the Rumble channel, but I talked about it in the Anunnaki video. There's like 3 or 4 other videos that we've talked about it. But man, that stuff dated over 2 years
yeah,
of
it's been a
talking about
minute.
it. Just talking about it. And people are like, "Oh my gosh, Hillary
Did
Clinton
you know?
for
Did you know
Gilgamesh?"
she was looking for the resurrection chamber? Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Giants are real. In case you all didn't know that too. All this stuff.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, giants are real.
You ever read the Bible?
You ever read the Bible? Yep, they're in there. The Nephilim were real. Their spirits still roam the earth today, causing havoc everywhere they go.
Well, their modes of operation are definitely in play still.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think the ancient hybrid race before the flood? How do you think they operated? See, that's just we can go down this. Let's just do a quick little recap.
Okay.
Okay. The only 8 genetically pure DNA people that were perfect in their generations, according to what the Bible says, talking about your DNA, was Noah and his family. God wiped out everybody else because everybody else was fully hybrid race. That's how bad it was, right? That's how bad it was. Now, all those hybrid races that were wiped out, those now are called disembodied spirits. So those things, when they were wiped out across all the world, right? Even here, because let's be honest, America was not founded. Christopher Columbus didn't just pop up and be like, well, look what I found. He was not the first one. All right.
No.
These spirits were all over the world. So now they are in their territories. They are ancient spirits that like to wreak havoc in your life. But guess what? You got the authority of Jesus to smack these people in the teeth.
Kick them.
They're still doing it today.
But kick them in the teeth. Yeah, man. What were they doing back then, Israel? What were they doing back then? Were they splicing DNA?
Oh yeah.
Were they making?
Well,
Were we more technologically advanced? They want us to think we were living in the Stone Ages back then, and I'm a firm believer that we were more technologically advanced, and Satan was doing the same thing he's trying to do right now.
I start to think that, like, when it comes to technology, maybe we're more advanced now, but like they had tools and certain tech that doesn't even exist in our world today. Like if you go through the pyramids and everything like that, like these things can't be replicated by man today, right? So like they obviously were doing stuff, and we could go through like chemical, what was it? Chemical 115. Is it 115? Moscovium on the periodic table, the one that Bob Lazar talked about that they called him crazy for, but now it's on the periodic table, that he said was basically the power source for these things that you see in the sky, right? But you can talk about the 9 archaeological digs that they found of what you call alien aircraft, but Hitler found those, and he used a lot of witchcraft to help him unlock that stuff or find that stuff. And it's a whole thing, man. Like that stuff, you talk about history, you talk about getting bamboozled through the news media and all the propaganda nowadays. How wrong is history, man?
Right. Right. I mean, we could probably do a couple more shows just rehashing everything we've talked about over the years.
We can do whatever we want.
But we really can, because it's our show. You can do whatever. I can do whatever I want. I can talk about whatever I want. That is a great thing about having your own show. But like somebody said, we were more technologically advanced. You look at statues, you look at buildings, you look at all the stuff, you look at how much they've lied to us about history and everything. I made the mistake. Now, I posted on X, I said everybody wants to talk about Obama, starting the downfall of America. And I was like, but nobody wants to talk about George Bush Sr., that satanic piece of crap. And then I wasn't when I was like, oh, I made it sound like he started out, but he was for my generation, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm Gen X. Okay. We had Reagan. All I remember as a kid was Ronnie Reagan. I remember they tried to shoot him. Right. I remember my parents talking about Jimmy Carter and stuff. And for me, George Bush is when things really started to go south for us. But I know that is not when it all started, that our country was stolen from us hundreds of years ago. In fact, You can go back and talk about the Civil War. The Civil War wasn't just about slavery, ladies and gentlemen. It was just the catalyst they used to get us to fight amongst ourselves, because outside forces wanted us to destroy ourselves, because they were still pretty pissed off that some people left them and came over here and tried to start a life of their own. Same people we're still fighting with today, the same spirits, everything. It goes way further back than that. It goes back before America was even formed. This has been a spiritual battle for centuries, for millennia. Since the day he sent the evil one down here, we have been in a war.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But for me, Poppy Bush is what really started. That was one evil dude. And if you've been looking through, I haven't been looking through a lot of the Epstein stuff because I just don't have time. I'd rather read my Bible.
I have not had time.
Now,
to reiterate what I said before, we know.
we know.
Let's if you were part of the Q stuff, if you went down the 6, how many years did we listen to Q?
A long time,
5, 6 years
since
of
2017
daily rabbit holes going through it. You have been there, seen it. And now it's the public's turn, just like that phrase we would always used to say. You could take the red pill back then, or it would be a suppository later. And guess what? They're about to take it. So
yeah. Oh, they're about to take both sides from both ends. I'm just saying. It's going in there one way, one into the other.
Going in one way or the other.
It's going in there. It's going in there. They're not going to have a choice. And what's crazy is, you have all these people, and I'm not saying they're bad. I get everybody wants what they want, right? But how many times have we said on our show, you have got to really learn to temper your own personal expectations, and you just got to let God do it. You got to let God do his thing. You got to let Trump, who we believe that God is using him for a purpose to bring all this forth, right? You got to let him cook. Okay? You don't know, but I promise you, some of you think you do. You don't know better than he does. You just don't. Stop whining and crying about it. You just don't know better than he does. All right? Let God do his thing. Oh, man. Unlock me. Let God do his thing. You got to let him cook. In his time, he is going to bring all this stuff forth. When it's ready, when it's time. We've talked about this. How many times in your life you're like, God, I want this, I want this, I want this. And it doesn't happen for a long time down the road because God, you have to be ready for it. His plans are greater than ours. That is one lesson I have had to learn the hard way. Sometimes I thought it was his voice and I was hearing, you know whose voice it was? It was my own personal expectations. And I let that drive me instead of really keying in on his voice and what he wants for me. And that I have to be patient. I know it's hard for a lot of us to do, but the Bible tells us in many verses, if you didn't see my video I posted the other day, about patience. About patience. And so many of us, we're very impatient people. We want it. And this is the society. Everything's right at our fingertips. Everything. We want it now. We want it now. When really we got to sit back and we just got to let him do his thing, man, and have faith.
And build yourself up in the meantime.
Yes. Build yourself up. Build yourself up.
Because then he's going to be like, all right, now it's go time. And you've been preparing. So then he can use you. He can use you. And I'm so thankful that God said no to me a lot. You know? Like, he saved me from a lot of stuff that I wanted at certain times. And then you look back at it and you're just like, man, I'm so glad he said no. Like, he's done it countless times, but man, his timing definitely I've heard that multiple or a couple times in the past week. I had someone send me a DM saying, they said, God said his ways are not your ways. I was like, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
All day long.
Sweet. Someone else said it to me, and I Let it be confirmed by 2 or 3 more. God is definitely with you, and I feel like he's most of the time. I think you're doing better than you think you are. For people that maybe are still stuck in the should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? If there's pressure driving it, it's usually not from God, because he's going to lead you. He's going to lead you, and it's just going to kind of fall into place. And that's the beautiful. Now there is those times where we have to make decisions, obviously, and that's why it's important to bring everything to the Holy Spirit so we can make those proper decisions. I definitely have to be better at that, and I've been trying to definitely use that like to the best of my ability. I mean, I'm sure, just like you, Chris, that it's been amazing. It's been amazing for what he's doing.
It has been amazing. For instance, when we decided to go full time, the show for a while, ladies and gentlemen, we've told you this. I know I've been very open. I enjoyed it a lot more when it was just me and Iz a couple nights a week. When I like to work. Okay. When the show became about, I had to depend on it for a live, I didn't like it. It's amazing what, we've never asked for anybody's money in the show. That's not why we do what we do. We just do it because we like talking about God and we want to help people. But when it became about having to depend on that it ruined it for me. I know it ruined it for Iz. The pressure of having to do that, and it felt like we made the wrong decision. And a part of me, I firmly believe that is because it was what me and Israel, we wanted to try it. And God's like, well, that's not really what I had planned for y'all to do. And then we learned a lesson the hard way.
We did.
We learned it a hard way. And now I have a job that I love doing. I still get to spend more time with my family, all this stuff. It's just like with woodworking. If you guys notice, I haven't showed you any new wood projects. You want to know why? Because when I tried to do it for money ruined it.
Sure did. Money ruins it.
It ruined my passion for it. I still do it, but not like I was. When it was just a hobby, it was so much fun. And then when you try and do something, and I know they say if you do what you love, it's not a job, but sometimes you got to do what you love just because you love doing it, not because you want to make money from it. And that's why, when we tried to go full time, I'm looking back now and I'm like, was it really God's voice that I was hearing, or was it my own personal expectations? And it kind of made me feel like a hypocrite because I'm always telling everybody to set their personal expectations aside. And I feel like we rushed into something. We tried it. Not a lot of people would have had the guts to do it, to just jump off that boat. But at the same time, looking back, I've learned so many valuable lessons, and I'm not angry at him at all. Sometimes you gotta let your kids do certain things so they learn a certain way.
Yeah. I kind of look at it like, not necessarily was it a wrong decision. I look at it like, there's the perfect will and permissible will, right? And I think it was permissible, but not the perfect will of God. Where he was like, all right, if this is what you guys want to, like, he knew in his foreknowledge that there was going to be lessons that were going to come from it. Especially Chris. I mean, when we went full time, that was like my whole Texas period. And like Texas transformed my life. And so it's like, without that and those lessons learned, like that was a major building block in my life that really kicked me into high gear. So like I look at it like kind of like that. Like we both learned a lot from it. And you're right, dude. Like when we put pressure on it, it took the joy out of it. It took oh my goodness, man. Was it not fun? I started dreading doing it every day. And I was just like, this sucks.
And
worried about rent. And I'm just like, oh, geez.
And I think another part of it too, for me, is when I've been immersed in this stuff since Trump came on the scene. Even before he I still remember when he came down that escalator, and I was never really into politics or any of that stuff. There was just something about the moment, and it just felt like everything changed. And I started paying, and now I know why I started paying attention to all this stuff. But and then he gets elected, and then you see all the Russia stuff, and then Q comes on the scene. I start researching this stuff, and I'm talking about religiously every day. You were immersed in it. It became not like an addiction, but kind of like an addiction, because it's like your mind becomes a sponge and you're just soaking in all of this information. And then, we had the 2020 election, and then Amit and we both had this desire to use our voice to what we had learned, and especially, with God and everything. And when you've been doing it for so long, and then we went full time, it was almost like I went from something that was just chill, it was fun to do, to instant burnout.
Yep.
It was like this instant burn, like a flame out for a minute. And we do miss, like, doing weekly shows, but right now we're just in this mode. Like, I've been reading so much and just really trying to spend. You have to understand too, during those years, 3 nights a week was 3 nights I wasn't really, because it's not just when we're doing the podcast, y'all. It's preparation, it's reading, it's getting stuff ready. It was a lot of work, and it was a lot of time I wasn't spending with my family either. And now I'm trying to get back into, spending more time with my family. I have kids that are spread everywhere now, serving their country. So I don't know if we'll ever get back to weekly shows. I really don't know.
No,
I can't give you that.
You can't promise that. You can't promise that all. That's why we took the schedule out of it. And Chris, I mean, in August, that's what August would be 5 years, right, of doing the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're over 4, and it's just like, I think in a lot of that time too, 3 nights a week, and then not only the year, I did it for a year and a half. I was just constantly doing stuff daily, because I had that period where I went off early, or like where I quit my job and stuff like that. But the nights, dude, the mental, I think it really took a toll on not protecting my own mental health, because I was always feeling like I had to perform for everybody else, but never fixing what needed to be fixed in my own life. Like, I had so many character issues that, I'm always still building, obviously, and asking God to help me with certain things, certain characteristics. But man, I look back just a couple of years, and it's like the character was just so flawed, and I never took the time to be like, God, can you help me with this? Because it was just constantly trying to just put out something. And again, it's just, and maybe it was just pressure of the mental pressure in my own head, that the perception that maybe I was perceiving, from out there. So like that was huge. And when it's because I absolutely love doing this, like coming on here, but that at the same time, ever since we took the schedule out of it, my mental health has gone up so much, man.
Yes.
So much.
Character building. I needed it too. I am not a perfect person. I think I say that I pretty much beat that phrase with a dead horse, because I'm not a perfect person. I can still be hypocritical. I still have to remind myself to be slow to anger, and to mind my tongue, and to but I also need some character building, because in the time we were doing the shows, I remember telling God, this is what I want to do. I want this. I want this. And then I remember telling Iz, I get so frustrated with, like, when's this game? And then finally just boom, just went and did it. And then he was like, well, this is what I was trying to stop. This is what I was trying to tell you, man, but you don't want to listen to me. And that's how it felt. Did I get angry? Nope. I just licked my wounds of like, okay, lesson learned, Father. I got you. Lesson learned. You had me right where you needed me to be. And he really did. I look back, I was exactly where he needed me to be. I was doing exactly what he needed me to do. And again, I let my own personal expectations and wants and desires get ahead of his. And, but I have learned a valuable lesson, and he has built my character. And it's really through this whole process.
Yep.
Things that I thought were these blessings and everything, they were, but I didn't use them correctly. And, we talk about that on the show a lot, about using those blessings correctly. And I really do. I feel like I was giving into my own wants and desires and not really listening to what his wants and desires were for me. But in the end, he's still with me. I'm still blessed and highly favored. I have so much to be thankful for. And he has yet to stop teaching me lessons his own way. And my relationship with him through all of this, I mean, I didn't realize that it's been a year and a half since I left my job, my old job, since I left my career. Time has gone by so fast, man. And I'm like, but it feels like it was just yesterday that I left. But then I look and I'm like, dang, look at all that I've learned. Look at all that I've been able to take in and grow with him. And so none of it was for nothing. At least I can say that. And I mean, like you, my mental health is pretty good. It's really good. I mean,
yeah,
I'm really good, And like I said, 2 weeks ago, I was watching my second daughter graduate. You talk about an emotional experience, because it was just a year. I was watching my other one graduate. And I'm just so proud of them, man. And just thankful that I get to be a part of it,
Yeah. And it's you see, everybody, like, hindsight is 2020. You never know what you're going through right now that you're going to look back on a year from now and being like, like God was in it the whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time. He was always there, in it the whole time. Leading, building. I always think about how he was loyal to me when I wasn't loyal to him. And that is just, God's love is it's unmatched. And as Romans says, there's nothing in the universe that can separate you from God's love. Nothing. Nothing. And that's why Ephesians 5:1 says to be imitators of God as dearly loved children. So if we can imitate that love to the best of our ability, that's what demons hate. Because then when you walk into a room, the demons that get agitated, they get annoyed, because what do they see? They see Jesus in you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, not this one again. They're just tired. Some will just opt out and just turn tail and run as you walk through the door, because they understand authority. It's a whole different than just exercising Jesus' authority. It's walking with Jesus, walking with the Father and the Holy Spirit, that habitation. So when you walk into a room, the demons see authority. Sometimes you don't even have to exercise it. They just know. And they're like, nope, I'm opting out of this one. Not going to do it. No, he's just gonna torture us. And I will. So you demons that are listening, I'm coming for you. Coming for you hard.
Right. Coming for you hard. I love that little video that you posted. You said, I like to think that this is how demons feel when I'm fighting the why?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
I don't.
Oh,
so
man.
I was gonna redo it and make it better and longer. So I did delete it. I just never got back to making a new one. I still have it saved. I was just gonna add to it. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Tweety Bird, she said, I believe my son is at the same base as one of your daughters. Well, if it's in Mississippi or Florida, you might be right, Tweety Bird. You might be right. That's cool. Small world. Yeah. So with that said, now before we end the show today, y'all, I gotta pray. No, then we're not ending right now. But before we end the show today, I want to let you. I just feel we haven't prayed on here in a while. It's because we just got so much to talk about. It's just so before we end the show tonight, definitely we are gonna pray. We have a lot. We have lots to pray for. Okay, especially in times like these that that we are going through our country. We've been talking about this stuff for years, that these events were eventually going to happen. The Epstein stuff, all this. And I know there's a lot of people that are frustrated, but again, that's where the patience comes in. And whenever we are faced with adversity and stuff, we have to be patient and we have to stay steadfast in prayer. So I do feel led to make sure we pray before the show is over today at the end of the show. Because we are going through a lot of things. And the reason the world feels so chaotic right now is because your enemy, they are afraid. I'm telling you right now, they can act like they're in control, but they are freaking out. They are freaking the heck out right now because they are losing control. And that's why, again, you're getting all this chaos in the world. That's why you're seeing it. Remember what Kim talked about, that spirit that was trying to reside right here. They were trying to reside right here in our country, and they're being choked. And that tail is just thrashing. Yeah, Pythos. It's just thrashing all over the place. That's why you're seeing all the chaos right now. They're angry and they're afraid. They're afraid of the same person I am not afraid of the evil one.
I'm afraid of God.
I'm afraid of God. I'm afraid I will disappoint him.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah.
Like I'm the fear of disappointment. That is my fear. I don't want to disappoint him. I don't. And they're afraid of him too, because he is going to win. He is going to destroy these people. He's going to throttle them. And of course, your enemy they're always going to act like they're winning. Okay? They have to put on a fake face all the time.
See, I don't get that feeling at all. So in sense of like spiritually, I don't feel that there is even a remotely a thought of winning from the evil. Like I guess what I'm trying to say, in my spirit, all I feel is victory. Like all the time. Like I love the Holy Spirit and him just like bringing the joy of the Lord in the midst of chaos. Because there's so many things people are like, what do you think about like ICE? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? I'm like, chill. Like, what did we say years ago, Chris? There's going to come a time where there's going to be chaos. Things are going to be taken down. Chaos is going to erupt in the streets. It is a battle for the mind, right? The battle for the soul, for the will of this nation, and of the world, really. But it's just the headlines run narratives. And there's so many people who are like, I don't listen to the fake news. And then a headline drops and they're like, did you see what the headline said? I'm like, dude, who cares? It's all fake. All fake. If you could see the true of what's actually happening right now in the spiritual, in the spiritual realm, these things are terrified. They're screeching. They're running. They're tormented right now because they know they've lost and they know we have victory. And it's manifesting in the physical. And that's what you get. You get chaos. But now there's like this setup happening. We talked about that Kim prophecy, Chris, about cataclysmic events.
Mm-hmm.
He said political, financial, social, upheaval, and deluge. I mean, the whole financial system right now is turning. People look at it as oh no, what are we gonna do? Because the dollar, I don't want to just sit here and beat a dead horse for the past 5 years, but the dollar is dead. It is what it
No,
is. Like, you can
no.
save it by bringing in a backing. Like, the dollar is not going to go away, but you have to do something with it because we printed too much into existence. We've printed to infinity. What do you think is going to happen to the dollar? So that's why metals are doing what they're doing, and then you see the major crash happen on metals the other day. You know,
Oh, I'm glad you segued into this. Let's go.
and
This.
I mean, Chris, I always kind of felt like I knew it was going to happen.
It was inevitable.
I knew I was driving home watching the ticker. I had the ticker like up on my thing, and I was just like watching it. I was just watching it drop like $5-10. I was like, stop.
You
Stop
see,
going down.
did you see my post on Twitter? I said, watching the market. It was like, throw the damn towel. That scene from Rocky where Apollo's getting beaten. He's like, throw the damn towel. That's what it felt like, man. Stop it already. But I chuckled.
No,
you gotta laugh at him.
You knew.
Yeah, you gotta laugh at him, man. You really do. I mean, what they did Friday was a Hail Mary of slams, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because it was almost like they were like, okay, this thing's flying a little bit too fast. We're gonna burn the wings on these suckers for a little bit. And if you go and look, there's some good accounts on X to follow. Silver Trader's one of them. What's the other one? Is that you told me about? Dario. Why can't I think of his name? Dario,
yeah.
Yeah. So JP Morgan Chase, they slammed the same players, ladies and gentlemen. They slammed it down with paper. Okay. They slam it down with paper, and then right at the bottom, they put their contracts in to buy. All right. So if you know that you have silver that is a hot commodity right now, it's so hot that they're meeting tomorrow to discuss silver as not just a hard asset. It is a strategic commodity. It's a strategic mineral. You know why? Because all of your weapon systems, the military needs silver. Everybody needs silver. We have talked about this for how many years is that we have been in a deficit. We're using more silver than's coming out of the ground every year. We've been in a deficit for 6 straight years now. And now it's all coming to a head. Everything we said was going to come is starting to happen right before your eyes. That there would come a point where they would drain the vaults. The shorts would still be out there trying to naked short because that's the only game they have to play. They have manipulated this thing for so long now that they're in a catch-22. Because if you keep the price low, China's over there going, you know what? We'll just take that silver right off your hands because we really need it. And once it comes here, it ain't leaving. It's not leaving. Once we bring it here, it's not leaving, right? So you got all this stuff going down at the same time. Tomorrow they're meeting to discuss this very subject about strategic minerals, silver being one of them. Why? Because you have countries like China. Now, if you look to the Q post, you believe, what if China, Russia, and others are working with POTUS to bring down these people? Well, what are these people that I'm talking about? These evil people, what has been their number one weapon? The money. So right now, you don't think it's coincidence is that as all this goes down, you have this slam, you got China buying up our cheap silver over here that they manipulate and then selling it for more over in China, that now China comes out and goes, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I think the yuan should be the world's reserve currency.
Right.
What happens when China, who's been buying up metals for how long, comes out and goes,
China,
we're going to back our money with precious metals. And we have a lot more of it than you think we do. China. You really think China's been honest about how much gold they have in their reserves and how much silver they have. We're led to believe, ladies and gentlemen, that the United States has the most gold in the whole world. We have it all. I believe we do. I believe we do have more. But remember the whole Fort Knox thing is, right? We're going to audit Fort Knox. That went away like a fart in the wind. Nobody's
Yeah,
talking
what
about
happened to that?
Yeah, what happened to that? So what would happen if China comes out and says, you know what? You guys thought we had this much gold and now we have this much gold. And you guys thought we had this much silver and now we have this much silver. And we're now going to back our currency with a hard asset that the world needs. I've always believed, so is, and many of you, silver was the one that destroys them all. It's as the debt clock posted today, it's the canary in the coal mine. Silver is.
It's the canary in the Fed vault.
In the Fed vault.
Or the vault.
I think it's the one thing. Yeah, something like that. It is the one thing that will destroy them all, and they know it. So what happened Friday? You just got to laugh at them because it was a very desperate move. JP Morgan buys it up on the dip. What do you think they're doing with that silver? I bet you they're selling it over in China right now.
Okay. So bring me back to what you said. Who's discussing what about silver tomorrow?
So they're having a meeting tomorrow about this Trump, Marco Rubio, and some other nations about this. Basically, they're starting to realize that the world, China's been, and some other countries have been slowly buying up. We've been watching them hoard all this stuff for years. Yeah. Well, what happens? So you look at the COMEX vault, it's draining. By March, there might not even be any silver left. And we're so stupid over here, the LBMA and COMEX, they keep manipulating it with paper. They're actually the very thing they're trying to stop, they're accelerating. It's a catch-22. By trying to save face of the dollar, by printing all these paper contracts, trying to make the dollar seem like it's strong. Again, you got Trump out here. I'm not worried about the dollar. I'm not worried about the dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not, because he's got a plan. The switch will get flipped. We're going to have a dollar, but it's not going to be a Federal Reserve note. So you got basically everybody's starting to go, wait a minute. Yeah, these minerals are kind of important. And if we don't get a lock on this thing, all of our hard assets are going to find their way flowing over into China. Again, you don't think it's by chance that Xi comes out and says we want the yuan? We think the yuan should be the world's reserve currency. That was a shot over the bow, ladies and gentlemen. This, I believe, is what Kim was talking about. There shall come a new nation itching for a new kind of war. We will cripple you. We will ruin your credit. What is the easiest way to do that? He said, I'm not impressed with your weapons of war. I'm going to destroy your currency.
So was silver mentioned directly, or is he talking about minerals?
No, they're talking. Silver is one of the main ones because, again, you know how much silver goes in our Tomahawk missiles and all of our defense systems?
No, yeah, I get that.
It is very critical.
I was just trying to think, again, going back to the Kim stuff, Kim prophecy, we said now we've always talked about it being gold, where he should hold it up and they should laugh at him.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, like, again, I've said this on the show before, but like, what if it was silver?
What if it is? Because silver right now, gold, yes, gold is always going to be gold, but
gold
silver
king, but silver is of the people.
It's of the people, but it's not just because it's of the people, it's the use. All these AI centers, everything they want to build, all this new technology, guess what it needs? Silver and copper. You don't think if you're watching copper is starting to do the same thing, man. Copper is gonna start catching up too and start doing things like what silver's doing.
That'd be wild.
Yeah. So it's all happening. Meanwhile, the experts will tell you the dollar's fine. Nothing to worry about. It's not fine.
It's not.
It's not at all. And you'd be surprised. I have these talks with people all the time. They see it too. They understand that our money is fake. it's like one of those things. It's like once you realize, I think that's the hardest thing through all this, Israel, is once you realize the world you live in is so fake and like the reality kind of sucks. It's hard to put on a straight face and just continue to be a cog in the wheel and play the game every day when you're like, this is all fake. Everything's fake. Nothing is designed to benefit us. We're all slaves. Our money is fake. We are victims of usury, theft, deception, everything. It's hard to put on your shoes and lace them up every day and go, I'm going to keep on charging and everything is awesome.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
it's the greatest time to be, greatest time to live, like for sure.
You want to know how I know silver is not dead? Listen, did you see the new update on APMEX?
I did not read
yesterday.
It,
no. All right, I'm just going to read this to you. So again, Friday you saw this massive dip. They want you to believe that silver, the top, we've reached the top, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody wants it. The dollar is strong as ever. All because of a Fed nominee pick? I don't think so.
No,
it's all not fake. Even close. That's all fake. That had nothing to do with the drop. The drop was pure price manipulation so they could buy it at the bottom, fill their coffers, and make money. Banks don't care about anything but making money. They don't care if they have to sell out our country to do it either. They really don't.
No, they don't.
So
they already did sell us out with the Fed 1913.
Yep. So this was on APMEX, February 2nd. Last week was nothing short of a historic by any measure. And I'm proud to say that we are holding up well. The APMEX website experienced all-time high traffic and order volumes with no service disruption. A significant accomplishment under these conditions. Let me just ad-lib right here. I would like to let you know, I ordered Silver Eagles on December 12th, ladies and gentlemen. Ask me if I've got them yet.
You haven't got them yet?
No.
Has it been processed, though?
My expected ship date is now February 9th for silver that I ordered on December 12th.
No, like, did they take the payment?
Oh, yeah. They take your money, bro. I just haven't got my silver. December 12th. Now, mind you, they were first day of issue.
Perfect.
Perfect. I got any hangers up there? Okay.
I ordered on Sunday, and it says now I know this is just a date. It said my expected date is February 12th.
Right. See, mine February 9th for those ones that I ordered. Now, again, they were I did buy some of the nice ones the first day of issue from West Point because I'm at the point now, some of my stack, I like to have some of those fancy schmancy ones, because I believe I'm not just a stacker, I'm a collector too. Like I get that from my grandma. So it says, we've improved phone service levels, set new productivity records across our supply chain, and our mint is nearing full operational capacity. Despite this progress, sustained volume levels have limited our ability to reduce the existing backlog. On Friday, this is key. Again, Friday. On Friday alone, we received the equivalent of several days worth of orders, and demand remained elevated throughout the weekend. So they wanted you to believe, the bankers wanted you to believe that they smashed it down. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants silver. It's done. Meanwhile, APMEX is telling you from their CEO that they had the equivalent of several days worth of orders on Friday. Why? Because those of us who have been in this game a long time, we like when the bankers do their little tricks because then we can buy up this great asset at a discount. That's what good, smart people do. We buy it. We don't panic and sell it. We buy more of it because we know we've been doing our research, y'all. You've been watching shows like this and many others have been telling you silver will be unobtainium. When all is said and done, everybody's going to hoard it. Governments are going to hoard it. And those of you that have already got it and have been stacking, guess what you're going to do too? You're going to hoard it until your government comes out and goes, okay, now this is actually going to back our currency. So if you want to sell us some of it, would be much appreciated. And we're like, yeah, we'll sell it to you, but you're going to have to make it worth our while.
So you mean to tell me that this didn't work out for him?
Nope. It did not work.
Says in
Did
turn,
it
the
work?
volatile price movements would diminish the initial demand for physical holding and most likely negate long-term hoarding by U.S. citizens.
Wrong.
Fail.
Again, scared.
Fail.
What does Satan do? This is a game, man. They're playing a game with you. They're trying to shake your hands and shake it out of your hands, because what they don't want you to know is they have massively shorted this silver to the point that when they run out, and they are going to run out, ladies and gentlemen, the COMEX vault is being drained as we speak. They are going to run out. And if they can't get you and trick you into giving it back for fake money, then that a point comes that we've said was always going to come. One day people are going to be like, we want our silver from our contracts, and they're going to look at them and go, we ain't got it. Yeah,
Right.
we ain't got it. And that's when everything goes
Kablooey.
kablooey.
Yeah, they're so screwed.
Again, if China comes out and goes, boom, we're backing, this is it. We want our currency to be the most sound currency. We're going to back it with these metals that everybody wants. What is the rest of the world going to have to do? You think they're going to go, we'll just do crypto, everybody. They can have their gold. We'll do the crypto. Crypto is going to play a role, but not the way a lot of people think.
Yeah.
No, the only way to fight fire with fire is with fire. You're going to have to back your currency with the same asset. And whoever has the most of it, well, guess what? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, these bankers, man. JP Morgan came out and said that they were expecting it to continue crashing down to $50, $60. Goldman Sachs came out here and said that it's going to trade between 75 and 85 for the rest of the year. It's at 87, 81 right now.
Yeah.
And I do think we're going to start going back up here.
I do too. And even if they knock it down, I'm buying more. That's just
I don't
period,
care.
full stop.
Like, I still hold
I know
the metal.
Yes, I still hold it. I had some relatives freaking out because of what happened Friday. And this is how I explain this. I'm going to explain to all of you. Stop. What have we always said on here? I don't care if silver goes to $500 an ounce. I am not selling it for Federal Reserve notes.
Correct.
All that is to me, when those numbers go up, to me, it is a barometer of where we are in the bigger scheme of things. Okay. And that's how you should treat it. If you look at it and go, ooh, my silver is worth $300,000, whatever. You don't have that money, okay, unless you go and sell it. And why would you do that? Because the money, the whole purpose of doing it is so you could get rid of the fake money and turn it into real money while you still have a chance. I have no financial skin in this game. I make no money off of you doing whatever you do with your own personal. I don't care. I'm telling you, why would you do that? Unless you had a dire emergency. And I understand emergencies come. That's why we put our money where it's safe. So when that break glass scenario comes up, we have that option. Nothing against that. If you have to do it for emergencies, I completely understand. But on the flip side, when we get those big dips and you go, oh, well, last week it was worth this, and now because it's gone down $40, it's only worth this. You still have that physical asset in your hand. You didn't lose anything. You lost numbers on a screen. That is it. But they count on you seeing that and freaking out and go, if I don't get rid of it now, I'm going to lose it all. No, you are not, because it is never going to go back to, it's not doing that, man.
No, yeah. The only time, like you said, unless it's an emergency, what I even think about even getting rid of any, and I'm not even talking, I'm just talking about any, like even a little bit, would be when there's a changeover, when we have assets backing our system, when you can walk into a whatever banks are left and you can exchange it for Treasury Reserve notes or something like that, you know, like something that actually has value because of the backing of the system. Not how demoralizing would it be? Okay. How demoralizing would it be if, say, let's just throw out a random number. They'll use the number you used. Say you had $300,000 of current silver to fiat money, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the number on the screen. and you went and sold your silver, and all of a sudden, a week later, they deem the dollar dead and stores stop accepting it, or anybody stops accepting it, then all that silver you just got rid of is worth nothing. Because I understand people always say that the fall of the dollar will never happen. Well, they also didn't think the Roman Empire was going to fall.
Nope, too big to fail, right?
Now, this is the beginning of the U.S., the golden age. Don't get me wrong. And I do believe the dollar will come in strong once we change over the system. But until then, that dollar has no value. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. And you can see it in every daily purchase you have. And narrow-minded people will constantly blame it on whoever's president. They'll be like, whoa, Donald Trump. Or, even if you blamed it on Biden, guess what? Wasn't Biden either. Wasn't Obama. It is the century. It is the bankers. It is the years and decades of printing money and depreciating or deroding all value of anything that the U.S. currencies. They only accept it because the government says it's okay to. But I don't know, maybe go look at Article 1, Section 10 in the United States Constitution and see what true value is. Because I'm pretty sure the Constitution shows you that what you're holding is the only value.
Yep.
And we're going back.
And so I want to show you this. And this is what I'm talking about. There's new currency coming. Trump knows exactly what he's doing. And if you've been watching the debt clock, it's been telling you all along. So here's the one they posted today: silver, the canary, and the Fed vault. Okay. Again, the debt clock has been showing you that silver was going to be the one that sparks everything. Okay. A lot of their secret little window posts have all been about silver. But if you go right down here, USA Treasury dollars, it says future. Let me zoom in on that. Future USA Treasury dollars. So here's your fake money. Little triangle with their all-seeing eye right there, right? They just keep printing away. But look what's being built in the background. Why would it say future USA Treasury dollars?
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, in real time, the good guys are building a new financial system while we're all sitting here watching the old one implode right before our eyes.
Dang right.
And there's things that's going to happen. Something will have to trigger the changeover. Again, something like a country like China saying, hey, we're going to make our currency better than yours. What you going to do about it? For what is your plan for this giant of debt?
He'll take a simple stone.
I will take a simple stone and he will hold it up and they will laugh at him.
I mean, look at it. China, Russia, India, but China, most importantly, Chris, the beginning of our podcast, we talked about, as the years have gone on, how China's just been hoarding gold and hoarding it. And we've been warning people like, look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. And tell me that it is a clay pot. You want to tell me that it's a clay pot? No. Chris is exactly right. They're going to try and sneak in and be like, well, look at us now. Look at all the gold we have. And you think Daddy T is going to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You sure about that?
Sure about
that?
Yeah. Hold up that simple stone and you're going to, oh my gosh. Do it.
So, again, don't give in to the panic. Don't give in to the fear. Enjoy it. Like, what? Just enjoy. I am enjoying it so much because you're in a real life movie. You're watching them. You're a part of something so big, and the director is God, and he is putting on a show for all of us. You don't think it's by chance that the very two things right now that you notice the media too, they don't even talk about gold or silver when it's going up, but immediately when it crashed, all the news out, silver had this blah 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 today and oh blah blah, you should run. You got Jim Cramer, hey, it's still not too late to sell your silver. Again, the enemy's going to play their games because they're at war with what? God's money. God's money. That's how you know who's in control. The fact that all this is going on right now and it's his money that's front and center causing all of the chaos and stuff. And nobody wants to pay attention. When the silver's up, why aren't there articles when silver's up 120 days? Why aren't they on the like, hey, silver's up $120 today. This is great. No, because you know why? That means the dollar's not doing good when it does things like that.
Yeah, and then obviously the big smash was completely fabricated. That was not organic at all.
No.
So
the circuit breakers didn't kick in.
Nothing changed. Nothing has changed.
No circuit breakers. You know, every time it goes down 10%, like 10%, real quick, they're supposed to halt trading. You know, like they did with GameStop. Remember how they flipped the monopoly board with the whole GameStop thing? They would halt trading because it was going up too fast. There's supposed to be the same thing for the down. And the circuit breaker, it was the glitch, y'all. It was the glitch. No, it wasn't. Right. That was pure market manipulation.
That same morning, you had companies in London. You had the London Stock Exchange saying that they were opening late, that there was some technical errors. There was all these errors that were happening and stuff like that. But yeah, nobody wanted to bat an eye as it was just plunging. No one would be like, hey, maybe we should do something about this. Maybe we should hit that button. No.
Yep.
No. But guess what? I think God's gonna have the last laugh. And when it comes back up, it's gonna take their faces off.
It's gonna melt their faces.
It's gonna melt their face.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say by the beginning of Q2, which is April 1st. Because again, you can go look at the COMEX vault, look at the orders for fulfillment. They are running out. Okay. They're running out of silver. And at the pace it's going, by beginning of the second quarter, it's going to be melting faces. It's going to be melting faces, man. Let them crash and burn. But you got to have faith that no matter what we go through, we got to have faith. Okay. There's something else I wanted to talk to. I want to show you this clip. Can we talk a little bit about some Epstein stuff? It's just something you and I have been very adamant about. And I think it's hilarious that now it's going mainstream with the latest dump of the Epstein files. And I just want to show you this little clip right here.
Notice how that was a rhetorical question.
I'm going to show it anyway, but let me ask you. My bad, homie.
Nope. You do you, boo.
This was Kash Patel. Okay. Brett Baer had him on. This was today. Now listen to what he says.
You told me when we last talked, this is 8 months ago when we did an interview at the FBI in Quantico, that you were convinced that Epstein killed himself in jail. Today, 8 months after that, are you still convinced?
Yes.
100%.
Okay. Now I posted that, or I didn't post it. I shared that because, of course, you have who posted that? Shadow Ezra. Yeah, Shadow of Ezra posted that. And of course, everybody's freaking out because why do they keep saying that? But now you got a bunch of people going, I don't think Epstein's dead. And I'm like, oh, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. I've seen so many posts about people now all of a sudden going, I don't think he's dead. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? How long have we been saying that is?
Long time.
A long time.
Since the day he supposedly died.
Since the day I was like, doesn't make any sense. Why? Me personally, I've told y'all, I worked for the Bureau of Prisons. I know how high value inmates are treated. There's no way in God's green earth that they would have allowed somebody that high profile to kill himself in federal prison. No, not going to happen. I don't think anybody got in there and killed him. That would take too many. There are good people that work at the Bureau of Prisons. I want you to know 98% of the people that go there and go behind those fences every day are there to do their job, and they take their job seriously, keeping bad people where they belong. All right. We saw the pictures of his supposed body getting taken out. Again, what did Kim say? When all is revealed, people are going to look back and go, it was right in front of my face the whole time. The truth has always been there. It was whether or not you decided to peer through the veil and see the real truth and not the one that was presented to you as reality. That man is the source. He is the source. You don't need the Epstein files when you have the source. Yeah, you can leak, you can let them go out, but you have the source. I'm telling you, I believe it in my heart. He is alive. We have always said that on this show, that he is still alive. But now here we are, 2026, and it's all over Twitter. It's all over X. Oh my gosh, I think he's still alive. I think he's still alive. I think he's still alive. Yes. So why are you going to get mad at Kash Patel? Oh, he's in witness protection. I agree with you. So if he is alive, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our critical thinking hats on. You think the FBI is going to come out and say, oh, no, he definitely was murdered or something like that? No, they're going to stick with what they told you because they have to. They are under no obligation to tell you anything if that man is alive and in witness protection. They're going to tell you their official narrative until it's time to not tell you the official narrative. So why do people get all hell-bent and up in their arms and go, why? It's just like Q. We all know Q is real. You think they're going to come out and just say it when the moment is right? Yeah, probably. But until then, you have to keep up the optics. But people get so mad at Kash and Dan. You said that he blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're going to tell you that because they have to. They're not going to tell you until it's time to tell you.
Remember when Q said, now, obviously, this stuff is coming out, but he said the choice to know will be yours.
Mm-hmm.
I think about that a lot.
A lot.
Because what did Q also say? Most people would end up in the hospital, like most of the country, if all was revealed.
Yep. The end isn't going to be for everybody.
It's national security concerns. Like, and not only that, but like the safety and health and well-being of each and every American. But I mean, this stuff is showing that these people are eating kids. Like, we know this. I can't. Oh my gosh. I know everybody here has been through it. But like, the children were like the first major rabbit hole I went down.
Yes.
Dude, I couldn't sleep for like a year.
No.
I'm not even joking you. Like,
no.
I couldn't dig out of it either. It was go to work, come home, and not only that, but like lunch break, come home, dig, 2 a.m, get 2 hours of sleep, try, go to work at 5 again, and do that for a year. This is all about like just going through like the cannibalism and stuff. Dude, God had to bring me out of that rabbit hole. And now it's like, I can't imagine everybody going through that because it took a toll.
Dude, it was such an uncomfortable. When you realize that the world you live in and is presented to you is not the world at all, and that when you realize the amount of evil, when God lifts that veil and allows you to see these people for what they are, again, like I said earlier, it's hard to put your shoes on and lace them up and just continue to be a cog in the wheel of this false reality we live in. Yep. It's hard. It's hard. You really gotta come to Jesus. That's the only way you're gonna make it through. You literally gotta come to Jesus and go, Father, you're the only one that's gonna lead me through all that. That's why. Why do you think? I will tell you right now, anybody that truly researched Q and knows Q will tell you that it brought me closer to God. For sure. And I know that God led me. I know he led me to Q because right before I found Q, I told y'all my story. Kim Clement prophecies just dropped out. I'm on YouTube one day and I just start seeing them. Like, oh, I started watching them. And then just one thing led to another, and it's like, what is going on? I know that was God. I know that was God leading me in his way to the truth. Because why? When I gave my life to him in 2016 in that hotel room in Boulder, Colorado, I said, I want the truth, Father. I want the truth because I know what is the world. I know that something is just not right. The world doesn't seem right to me. I don't feel like I fit it. Like it just didn't seem right. And I asked him for the truth. And what does it say in James? When you ask him, he's going to show you, but you better believe what he shows you or you deserve nothing. You're a ship out there without a sail. You don't deserve it. If you don't believe what he shows you and you asked him for it, you don't deserve it. So anybody that researched Q will tell you it brought you closer to God.
Yeah. And it did. And like you said, you needed God to come out of it. Like you cannot go down that because it will lead to destruction of your mental health. God has to be the one to pull you out. So it's not something that you have to do. You know, actually I was listening to Kevin the other day, surprise. And he said something that I was just like, I feel everybody should feel at this point, saying he said, you don't need to know the dark secrets that are out there. Like the stuff that we're talking about, like you don't need to know it. You need to know Jesus. And that is it. Like you need, and he's going to lead you down a path and he's going to help you bring people to Jesus and all that. The Holy Spirit's going to continue to lead you and just build you up to bring people to Jesus. Right. But knowing all the evil, man, we were never meant to know evil. Do you guys know that? We were never meant to know evil. God never knew. God knew evil, but he was the only one that could know good and evil and not do evil. Right. Mm-hmm. So the whole point was with the tree was us to not know evil. And so like when we go down these things, it is not something that is just that you have to do. You don't. I'll tell you right now, you don't. And you can save yourself years of mental health by not going down it. Obviously you get the gist of most stuff that's coming out. We know that the elite, they're not really elite. They're all just a bunch of psychopaths for the most part. I hope they repent if they can. As Paul said, Satan is the lower G god of this world.
Yep.
And he runs the world. Okay? He stole it. He runs it. That's what Paul said. Take it up with Paul. So everything you see, a lot of the stuff you see is manufactured. There's so much evil. And a lot of it comes in such subtle ways, and they hide it so well. So well. I mean, just think of all the decades upon decades of being bamboozled by TV stars and stuff like this. Oh, the biggest thing that makes me want to vomit is actors and actresses. Like, why do they have to talk? You know,
because they serve a different God than we do.
They serve the devil. Not all of them, but you know, I know there's some good ones. Props to them for staying in there, dude. Like,
I know. Can you imagine being in the den of vipers?
Duh.
Ugh. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. Know what I know now? I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do it. I couldn't even be around any of them. Like, I dang sure don't want to give them my money. I stopped giving them my money a long time ago. I stopped giving them my time and attention. No. So I saw some. Somebody said, who was it? Brandon Biggs said silver is going to drop to $12. Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I hope Brandon is right.
He's probably wrong.
I hope he's right. Yeah. I'm just saying. I don't know if he's right or wrong, but
I don't believe a lot of these people.
I really don't. I don't. I don't.
I backed away from the whole prophetic scene because everyone started seeming super fake. Sorry, not trying to upset people.
Yeah.
I don't know
But-
who's real. I'm not coming against anyone. I just don't. I'm out.
Yeah. I hope it,
I'm out.
if it does, again, I don't care where it drops, but if it dropped to $12, I'm selling some stuff. So I could buy, I'm selling some stuff to buy some silver because again, like I just said, the price I see on the screen really means no different to me other than a barometer. But just like the smash they did Friday, it didn't help them. It helped maybe shake some hands and get people to panic, but it didn't help them in any way. It actually made it worse because now, again, you look at the price in China compared to us, okay? China knows what it's worth. You look at the gap there. If they dropped it to $12, it would be gone so fast. It's not even funny. Again, what I just read you, they dropped it $40, y'all. Almost $40 on Friday. It went straight down. And they just had what did AppMex say? We had several days worth of orders on one day in Friday. Why? Because people know what it's worth and they bought it at a discount, me included.
If it drops to $12, I'm selling my truck, buying a 97 Honda Civic, and putting all of it in silver.
Seriously. Like that would be, if it did that, we would be close to something so epic because that would be like a last ditch Hail Mary because the dollar is dead. Right, Bodie. You're right. Friday was a Sigma 10. It's like it'd be like winning the lottery twice in one day. What happened on Friday? It would be like winning the Powerball jackpot twice in the same day is how likely the Friday's event. They did it. They manipulate. They do what they always do, y'all. So like I've said, I'm going to stay true to that. I don't care what the price of it is. I don't care if it goes to 500. I'm not selling any of it. I don't care if it goes down to $12. I'm not selling. It goes down to $12. I'm buying as much of it as I can. I am breaking my piggy bank open and I'm buying as much of it as I can. And that should be everybody's mentality. I would rather take everything I have out of the bank from any financial resource I had and put it in that than to leave it where it's at because it wouldn't be doing me any good where it was. It'd be doing it better in silver. That's my mentality. Not because I'm like, because I know what's real money and I know what's fake, because I can see through the deceptions, because God hasn't lied to me or any of us. He put it here. It is his money. It says it in the Bible. It says it in our Constitution, which is another divinely inspired document. That is why I'm all in on it, because I have faith in it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, yeah.
Because you're talking to somebody who I didn't look at any until I gave my life to God. None of this stuff. I didn't care about any of it, y'all. I didn't care about any of it. And I told you, I heard a voice just sitting here and it's all fake. I still remember the day I heard it. And then I start looking at things like gold and silver. The rest is history, man.
Dude,
so, I don't know.
Like, obviously, I bought more silver on Sunday. But even this morning, I'm over here like constantly like going through my finances.
Where can I
I'm
cut
like
some corners? And they
straight up, dude. I did. I was like,
I can go a week with
we're
just
gonna
ramen, you know.
That's just it. That's just it. I'm like, I'm cutting back on this, and I was like, all right, we'll put some more towards mining stocks, silver mining stocks, and so I put more into mining stocks today. And it's like, dude, I know the wells. Or not all of them, but I know metals are one of the wells. I know. I feel it. Obviously, everything we've gone through, it's God's money, right? It's only just poetic that God takes down the system with his money. Okay. So many people will be like, oh, why are you so obsessed with money? I'm like, I'm not. It's a tool. It's a tool, but it's also building for the next generation. Thinking long term here. Thinking long term. Thinking for the next generation under us. Think about the things that we're going to do for the kingdom for the next generation. Right? A man leaves his wealth for his children's children, right?
Mhm.
His children's children. Build kingdom building. This is a pivotal point right here. Where lives, this is, dude, I don't care. Like I don't care about materialistic things at this point. Don't get me wrong. I like nice things.
Well, who does
I
it?
like my truck. I like, I like to live. I don't want to live in a box.
I want a boat. I just want a boat. I want to fish.
But man, I want to build. I want to build the kingdom in such a way. And I know God's going to. And he's going to get all the glory for it. And that's the beautiful part. I'm going to take no glory because I feel like every good thing that's happening, it's like, yeah, how did I end up there? Well, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Company to invest in? A few.
I
got
so
like 5.
one that we talked about. I gotta throw this out there because not a lot of people were talking about it. We talked about it on the show. Not a lot of people were talking about it. But years ago, I told y'all about Highcroft Mine.
Sure did.
Highcroft Mining Company out in Nevada. I told you if you go look, these are things you got to look for. Whenever you look at a mining company, you want to look at their drilling reports. Okay. You want to see what's under the ground, what they're saying. And I said Highcroft. And this was back when Highcroft was like $2, you get it for $2 a share, $1 something a share. It was bought by the AMC Movie Corporation. Okay. What's that stock? Now, mind you, when they paper slam it, some mining stocks go down, but they didn't go way down. But what's Highcroft at right now?
42, 41.
Not bad.
Something like that.
Told y'all about that one a couple years ago.
At $2.
And now it's 40 some dollars a share.
It was at like 55, which it didn't even get hit down that far.
No, it didn't.
Which goes to show you more manufactured garbage.
Garbage, man. Garbage. Mm-hmm. It's all garbage. There's you told me about one recently, a different one.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you the ones I'm in right now. And this is not financial advice.
This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing with y'all. But Highcroft was a big one. I've talked about that many times on the show. Hecla is another. Go look at Hecla Mining. They're a mining company down in Brazil, like South America. Because we get a lot of silver from South America, ladies and gentlemen. Get a lot of silver from down that way. But yeah, those are just some. But do your research. Don't just take my word for it. Go do some research. Look at drilling reports. See what they got sitting under the ground, what they're sitting on. I can tell you Hecla's a good one, but Highcroft is sitting. I hate to use the term, but they are sitting on a gold. They are sitting on a gold mine. They're sitting on a good deposit out there in Nevada for sure.
I'll just straight up. And again, this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you the ones I'm in. I have done research on all these. And I do have I think any one of them. And the thing is, most of the mine stocks, they go with silver. Yeah. So as silver goes up, these are going up too. Okay.
Which makes sense, right?
Right. Makes sense. Right. So Highcroft Mining, obviously HYMC. Now I do First Majestic Silver, which is AG. Vizsla Silver.
That's the one you told me about.
Vizsla is super cheap right now, by the way. And Silver Corp Metals, which is SVM, and Endeavor Silver. So I'm not in a lot. I mean, I have some nice positions, but I'm just rolling with it, And like I said, I was sitting there right before work, just I'll throw $40 more in this one.
Yep.
Just,
All right. I got to address something. So I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I just want I see y'all talking about what's going on in the state of Virginia. I want y'all to think about something. With all these elections, you seeing all these crazy people getting elected to be governors, like in New Jersey, Virginia. We all understand that our elections are tainted. Okay, they're not real. They're not real. None of them are real. I'm telling you right now, the 2020 election was a sting operation. We have said that on the show many times. It was a sting operation. Okay, 4 years of the Biden, all of that is going to come back. It's all going to make sense. It wasn't what we thought it was. Okay, our elections are tainted. They are 100% tainted. There are no more free and fair elections in the United States of America. We can choose to get angry and give up hope and think that our enemy is won, or we can keep our faith and understand that God has a plan. All right. What just happened last week? The FBI went where? This is why I think it's crazy. Remember when after 2020, what state did Sidney Powell say she was going to blow up first?
Georgia.
What state was fighting tooth and nail to keep their election records from being the light of day? Georgia. What state did Trump tell you some things are going to start coming out in the very soon? Georgia. Fraud vitiates everything. So all of these, Mamdani, all of them, I'm telling y'all, keep your faith. Keep your faith. I said something about Virginia not too long ago that, blah, 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 and Iz quickly reminded me to rebuke what I had said on He blasted me on X.
Blasted. Come on, man.
He slapped me in front of everybody. Rebuke that because he's right. He's right. There is a plan. However slow it unfolds, it might look like your enemy's winning, but I promise you. And which brings me, let me read this to you. Okay, I just want to read. This is from Psalm. You want to talk about somebody that went from highs and lows all the time? King David. Okay, so I'm going to read you two versions of the same scripture. Okay, this is one from the English Standard Version, and I'm going to read you from the Passion Translation out of Psalms. This is Psalms 13. All right. Now, I want you to think about the context of this verse. Think about what we're going through right now. It looks like our enemy's winning everywhere, in the financial realm, in the political realm, right? It looks like nothing is going our way. They just nothing but pushback against God's anointed David of our time, all right? Or Cyrus, whatever you want to call him. They're pushing back against Trump. It looks like we're losing everywhere we turn. So David says, "How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Light up my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemy say, I have prevailed over him. Lest my foes rejoice because I am shaken. But I have trusted in you, in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me." Low, high. In one scripture, David goes from, where are you, God? Why is my enemy looks like it's beating me? Now, this is from the Passion Translation. So in the Passion Translation, Psalms 13 is listed as prayer turns depression into delight.
Love it.
For the pure and shining one, a psalm of David. So the beginning of the prayer, the depressive, God, why is my enemy winning? Why have you forgotten about me? So it says, I'm hurting, Lord. Will you forget me forever? How much longer, Lord? Will you look the other way when I am in need? How much longer must I cling to this constant grief? I've endured this shaking of my soul. So how much longer will my enemy have the upper hand? What's that look like going on, right? And it looks like our enemy has the upper hand every time we turn around, right? Okay. But then David flips it and goes, Take a great look at me, Yahweh, my God, and answer me. Breathe your life into my spirit. Bring light to my eyes in this pitch black darkness, or I will sleep the sleep of death. Don't let my enemy proclaim I've prevailed over him, for all my adversaries will celebrate when I fall. I've always trusted in your kindness, so answer me. I will spin in a circle of joy. When your salvation lifts me up, I will sing my song of joy to you, Yahweh. For in all of this, you have strengthened my soul. My enemies say that I have no savior, but I know that I have one in you. No matter what we go through, y'all, he's always there. We are going to win. No matter how bleak it might look up in Virginia, it looks pretty bad. It looks like Virginia literally voted in the most psychotic, craziest person to be their governor ever. But the enemy doesn't win. All it takes is fraud to be proven in one state, and it starts the domino, boop, 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 and then they fall. And then everybody's going to be all of a sudden going, wait a minute, you mean it was stolen? Well, how much have they stolen? How many of these elections? If they can do it there, then they can do it here. It's going to be the same. It's going to be a ripple effect, y'all. But if we give up now and we put fear instead of putting our faith in God, what does Iz always say? Fear is putting faith in your enemy and not God. We can't do that. I understand it's easy to do sometimes. I question him too sometimes. David questioned him. But I promise you, we win. We will win however long it takes. I have a feeling this year, though, there's significance. Looking back, we're always trying to guess what year. When's all this going to happen? When's it going to happen?
Oh my gosh, doesn't matter at this point.
It doesn't matter. But would it be a perfect year then on our 250th? And I told you that most empires collapse within 250 years. How great would it be for this empire to collapse? Not the way we think.
The timing
their
is perfect.
Empire. It's perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
Mm-hmm. So that's all I'm saying, man. We can't give in. Trust me, I have to catch myself all the time of wanting to give in and get this woe is me kind of feeling like, oh, things aren't going. No, because I know the enemy is always going to try to appear like they're winning.
Always.
They are scared to death right now because people are waking up.
Yeah. You get to that point in your spirit where you're just like laughing. Your spirit is laughing, and you're like, ah. They actually, like, you almost wonder, like, do they actually believe it?
Yeah.
Or are they just, playing the charade? Either way, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because we win, because we have victory in Christ. No matter what, I'm just pre-qualifying for the new age to come.
Yep. Is somebody on YouTube asked, what platform do you buy your silver mine stocks?
Don't make fun of me. Okay.
Robinhood.
I do. It's just easy.
It is easy. It is easy. That's right.
That's where all right.
That's where I buy mine too. Okay. That's right.
If you want to make fun of me, that's fine. I don't care. I'm not a big investor. I have 5 mining stocks and some silver stuff.
I got this huge portfolio, man.
It's all in silver mining stocks and silver metals.
Yeah.
But that silver I hold in my vault.
Yep.
So come find me, Italian job.
she said, me too. She's laughing.
What?
Regina and YouTube. I'm looking at the YouTube chat over here. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's where she gets hers too. Yeah. So hey, twinsies.
Triplets.
Yeah, triplets. Anyway, y'all, it is 9:30. Oh, I'm gonna pray, but also, if y'all don't mind, when your own personal time, say a prayer for me. I have to get shoulder surgery on Thursday. I've been dealing with a bum shoulder for over a year now. I've done everything possible to try and avoid surgery. It's It's just being stubborn. I got torn rotator cuff, torn bicep tendon. It's got to get fixed. So just say a prayer for me Thursday, if you could, please.
I will wage war
Much
for you, sir.
appreciated. Thank you. I know you will. I know you will.
I will. I will go into the battles. I will go into the heavenly realms and lay some groundwork.
Boone's Bikes. Silver is going to be part of the vault. You can guarantee that. You can guarantee it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
As a matter of fact, I do want to. That I'm glad you said
about
that. Boom. He did. He
mineral vault.
Yes. This. I want to show. Let me pull up their account. Let me see if I can find it. They posted it not too long ago. But the U.S. debt clock had talked about, they had posted a picture. There it is. All right, let me pull this up. Now, this is what's crazy. I'm just pointing it out. So Trump talks about this vault of critical minerals. Look at this. This was February 1st. Look at the debt clock. Look what they posted. Look right there. What is that? A vault with stuff in there. The end of the baking age. I mean, how crazy is that? Just saying. Just saying. We've been following that debt clock for a while. There's some May Rocks. She does some really good videos on the debt clock messages. I love that we make her laugh. That's great. It's always a good
that's
thing.
funny.
So you guys always
we're just funny people.
We're just real, you know? Just real.
You just sometimes you just gotta have fun with it.
You gotta have fun with it. Are you
Gotta
gonna
have
go
fun with it.
crazy? You're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
I don't want to go crazy.
Memes, if I could, I would talk in memes for the rest of my life.
Yes. I love me and Iz sometimes we'll just have whole conversations.
Just memes. Like no words. Boom. Conversation's already done. Like just memes. That's it.
Yeah. Memes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Memes are the best.
Yeah. I just thought that was great that Debt Clock posts a picture of a vault and then Trump talks about this vault of critical minerals.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some big things happening, man. The world is about to change. Again, like I said, you can believe the prognosticators and all these experts out here. They're hoping you keep buying the deception that the dollar is strong. It's strong like bull. It's strong like bull. No, it's full of bull is what it is.
88.19. Gold 5062.
Boom. See, just like that. It was crazy. There was a time I still remember the days when we were excited when it was like, oh, we got to 25. We made $1 this week. We made $1.
I went back. I went to our September show.
Yeah.
And I was just like, because we had it labeled silver shutdown because shutdowns were happening and silver is whatever. I was listening to it. And dude, we were stoked. Because it was at $45. I was cracking up. I was just sitting here like, oh my gosh, dude, we're so happy at $45 right now.
I know. Yeah. And now it's like we're still in the 80s, y'all.
It's 88.
We're in the 80s. Like, come on, man. This is amazing. This is good stuff, man.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
I
mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's fun. It's fun to watch it. Like it was great watching it go into triple digits, and you're like, oh, I mean, I knew eventually they were gonna be like, you know what, we're gonna have to smack it. We gotta hit it. We gotta do it. But it was so obvious. See, normally they do it and it go down. I remember a slam back in the day was like a couple of dollars, not $40 freaking in one day. Like that was too much to where most people go, yeah, that's not legit. That is not something that happened organically. That was manipulation. Oh yeah, Bodie, 75. When it hit 70s, I was like super stoked, man. I remember when it was 54 and then they slammed it down to 47. And at that point, they're all like, that's it. That's the top. That's the top, everybody. They knocked it down $7. Sell it all. Sell it all. And everybody's like, no, I think we're going to buy some more. Thank you. Same concept, man. These people they're quacks. Fear mongers. They got no faith. So we said closed all stock counts, bought my first round of silver, $18. That's when I started. First time I ever bought silver, it was $17 an ounce. And that's why I'm like, hey, I'm good. It's $80. Looking real good. Come on now. Come on, Skip.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So funny.
We got so much to be thankful for, y'all. I'm telling you.
We do.
I'm telling you. We really do. We are all blessed and highly favored. We are in the greatest time to be alive, man. I mean, the greatest time to be alive. Biblical times. You are living them right now.
We are.
Who's to say? Who's to say one day in the future they're not reading books about you, about this time, right here, right now, where the world changed.
You're in the
You're in the middle of it. You're living it. You're living it.
Exciting.
You're going to get to sit your grandkids down one day and yes, people were wearing masks in their car by themselves. It really happened. It really happened. With a face. It really happened.
That, oh
Can't
my.
make it up. Yes.
It's almost laughable. I mean, it is laughable at this point.
What did you say? We're living through the hardest part of future generations' history exams. Yeah. Like the amount of stuff we've been through, man. And we're, again, like I said, we're all still here. We're all still here. We're still kicking. We still got the faith. Still fighting the good fight. Still learning lessons every day, every single day.
Lessons.
Oh,
you know we're giving away food tonight?
Oh, I did. Yeah. Yeah, we always give away food. You want me to let me pray and then we give away food.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, dude. Ow.
Okay. So if you need some food, you know what we do here. You know what we do here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
know how we do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, Father. We praise you. We give you all the glory. We thank you, as always, for giving us this opportunity to come together, to have fellowship, Father, to talk about things that are going on in the world and just giving you all the praise and the glory that you deserve. We just thank you, Father, for being with us on this journey. It's been such a long and humbling experience for many of us, Father, and we just pray, Father, that you continue to give us the ability to hear your voice, to hear your calling on our heart and our minds, and to keep pushing forward into new beginnings. We know, Father, that your plans are greater than anything that we can even imagine. And no matter what setbacks that we might have along the way, no matter how many bumps in the road we hit, no matter how many times we fall down, Father, we always know that if we just continue to keep our eyes and our ears fixed on you, that there is nothing that you cannot see us through. There's nothing that you won't lift us up and grace us with your presence. We just thank you so much for being with us, for providing us with that wisdom and that discernment that we need. And we thank you for allowing all of us to be here in this time, in this season with you, Father, where things are changing, where nations are changing, the world is changing, and we are all a part of it. And we all see your great plan for our future. And we just thank you so much, Father. We love you. We love you so much. We just thank you, Father, for helping us reach so many people, for spreading this message, Father, of faith over fear. For we have no fear because we know, Father, that you are in our lives, that you are the one that are leading us down your path. And there is no looking back, Father. The past is in the past. We have nothing but the future ahead of us, and we draw our faith from the future, for we see all of the great things that you are doing now and that you are going to do in the future. And we just thank you again for allowing us to be a part of that. We thank you for this community, such a wonderful group of people. We have accomplished so much together as a community. We've helped each other along the way through this fight, this battle that we have been in. And we just thank you for allowing all of it to happen, Father. And we love you and we thank you and we praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. I didn't how many we gotta give?
I think 2.
Let me make sure.
Yeah, make sure.
Let me make sure. He looked like a man. You remember those? He looked like a man. Okay. He looked like a man.
If you know somebody in need for some food, maybe some. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. M. Joseph, thanks, bro. Look at that.
What's up? What happened?
He got 2 people that Mama of 3 boys. And who else? Dang, that chat's going. Remy. Boom. Where is my notepad? What is today's date? The 3rd?
It's 3rd.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Okay.
2, 3.
2, 6.
Yeah, Joni.
All right. Remy 68 and Mama 3 boys. If you will email us at alphavetsmedia@gmail.com. Give us your name, username, somewhere to send it. And if you have any food allergies. Okay. All right. Yeah. It is always a pleasure to do a show with you, brother. You're my best friend in the whole wide world.
Same. I'm my best friend too. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That was mean. Stop being mean to me.
That was so mean to me.
Oh, so mean to me. Look, I gotta say it. Some of the messages we get, man, and I don't understand where it comes from. I don't, man, because I gotta stick up for you, dude. Yeah, like some of the stuff you shouldn't be mean to Chris, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's fun to see now because I can see when the enemy is using somebody trying to get me into a reaction.
Yes.
It's all it is.
Yes.
And it's constantly. Like, I don't know how many people have messaged us like, God, you treat Chris just terrible.
I know. I'm like, what?
Like, what are you talking about?
They don't understand our banter.
He's my best friend.
They don't understand the band. They don't understand. They just don't get it. It is brotherly love, man. That is my brother. How dare you? How dare you? They just don't get it. They don't get it. It's all good though. And I appreciate you if you thinking you're sticking up for me, but I don't need anybody to stick up for me. I'm just letting you know. There's no. Yeah, it is boys banter. That's what we do. That's how we do on this show.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. I forgive you, Israel. I forgive
you. Thanks. Oh man, yeah. Yeah. I'll literally text Chris. I'm like, dude, go look at comments.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is going on? Going on? Oh no. Hey, look, I'm gonna have a lot of time on my hands for the next 6 weeks. So you let me know wherever you want to do a show, because Yeah, I'm gonna be laid up for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
I
Tuesdays
can't.
and Thursdays are my best days.
Okay, I'm good.
I'm not setting a schedule, everybody.
No, we'll let you know. We try and let y'all know a day before or at least the morning of, but yeah, I'm gonna be can't do my job with one arm, so I'm gonna be out of work for a little bit. So while I convalesce.
Hey,
So next time you see me,
real quick,
I'll be like
Harley's
this.
Doggy Dog World, February 5th will be his 14 years sober. Congratulations, sir.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That is it.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
that is a big accomplishment, man. And like, I don't know about you, Harley, but like my 8-year came up in December, and I guess I completely forgot. And I was like, babe, I told my wife, I was like, I just realized that yesterday was 8 years. And I was like, man, it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but and I feel like the longer you go, the more you're just like, man, I really kicked them demons in the teeth.
Oh, don't you love
I really kicked them in the teeth. You kicked them in the teeth, Harley. You keep kicking them in the teeth.
Mm-hmm. Kick them.
No power.
Yeah.
No power.
Stomp them. Yeah, dude.
But that's awesome, man. That is awesome accomplishment, brother. I'm proud of you, man.
It is. No,
Hey,
it is. It really is.
If there's anybody in this chat right now, if you are struggling with any kind of addictions, I'm telling you, you have the authority to crush them into dust. You can do it. And changing, especially addiction, it's demonic. It's all demonic. It is a demonic presence around you, because those addictions change you from who God needs you and wants you to be, his plan in your life. And that is how these demons derail you. I am telling you, it will be the hardest thing you've ever had to do, but you can do it.
You can.
You can do it.
You can.
I promise you can do it.
And don't tell yourself
those voices. That's right. Don't say I can't. And you'll hear so many people say, I know I need to quit. I need to quit this. I need to quit that. That is never going to work.
Yeah.
When the words I want to quit, I want to change start coming out of your mouth, you might not realize it, but you're speaking prophetically over your life. You're prophesying over your life that I want this. I can do this. I'm going to do it. And you can do it. I promise you can.
Mm-hmm.
With God, there's nothing you can't do.
Oh, man. He got me to kick a lot of stuff.
Yep.
It's only because he helped me through it. He'll meet you there. He'll meet you there.
Debel, February 7th, 1 year no smoking. Had been there, done that. Had to kick that demon in the teeth too.
12 years for Joni. Nice.
Sweet. Heck yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it.
5 years. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Right on. 5 years from the hard stuff.
And
2 years.
And hey, straight up, if you are like, if you still are dealing with stuff, like maybe you're struggling to like, if you have, say you smoke or you drink, hey, no judgment here. Like there's no judgment.
Nope.
Just when you're ready, just know that you can, and you will.
Yeah.
You will. You will.
Yep.
Try to think of like how God would, like, because God is so patient with us, and he still loves you no matter what, like no matter like anything. His love does not diminish, right? So I try to, like, if we're gonna be imitators of God as dearly loved children, as Ephesians 5:1 says, if someone is going through something and it's evident that they struggle with it, why would we shame them? Like, a lot of people look down on it. Like, why are you still doing? Why do you still, like, that is the wrong approach. Show love to people, compassion to people, because people, you never know what people are going through. You really don't. You really don't.
Nope.
He was always there for me. Always
Yep.
there. With another
Yeah.
Minnesota goodbye.
I know. I would say this. If you have any doubts, if there's anything standing in the way of progressing your relationship with God, all you got to do is say, God, help me remove anything that does not belong. And he'll let you know. He'll let you know what
Our God
you
is a
might not
consuming
like.
fire.
Yes, you might not like what he says. You need to remove, because it could be little things. Like, have you ever watched that movie I told you to watch? Probably not. The Forge. It's called The Forge. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a movie. It's called The Forge. It's pretty good. And you know, one of the things the guy told this kid, he goes, I had to quit playing golf. I was playing golf, 3-4 times a week, and it was interfering in my relationship with God. He goes, and I had to give it up. I asked him, what do I need to give up? And that's what he had to give up. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an addiction. If there's something that you feel might be blocking in that relationship and progressing with him, ask him. He'll show you. You just, again, don't get mad when he shows it to you, though. If you ask him for something, don't be like, no, not that. Some people could be video games. It could be a multitude of things. But if you ask him, like, God, if there's anything that is blocking my relationship with you, please show me and help me deal with it.
Yeah, most of the stuff that we deal with is just it can hinder fellowship with the Father. Like, and that's just it. Like, no one's gone to hell because they had an addiction to smoking. And a lot of people will rebuttal or like challenge that.
Yeah.
But it's, again, God's looking at the heart. He's looking at everything. If oh man, the heart is such a big, big thing, the intent, because there's so much that we're enticed with here in the world that, to be honest, is not even you. It's not you. And I'm not saying like you're possessed or anything, because you're not. There's just demonized, so many demons and disembodied spirits around us that are constantly trying to entice the flesh. And a lot of times, I think one of the biggest things for me for a lot of stuff is I enjoyed a lot of it. Had to break that. But yeah, anyway, what you laughing about?
M. Joseph, we should do a Somali goodbye and just spray apple cider vinegar on each other.
Oh, jeez.
So, I do want to say this before I go. Tonight's topics, like, I felt led to talk about some of the stuff we talk about learning lessons, about listening to God's voice in there. And I just want to, I'm not going to say his whole name. I just want you to know, Josh, thank you for reaching out today. I'm thinking about you, brother. I've been praying for you. And, you kind of helped steer the conversation tonight. So just know we're thinking about you, man. And, and praying for you. So with that said, love y'all. We'll let you know when we'll be back.
Yeah, follow us on X, because that's where we are.
Yeah, that's where we are. I do hang out. I do hang out on the X. If you're not following me on X, I'm at DoneBiz. What is my username?
At DoneBiz47.
At DoneBiz47. And is at @alpha_anon.
_alpha anon.
_alpha anon. Sorry, I always get that messed up. Yeah. And we'll see y'all. Thanks, AC. You're the best. She's the best.
Yeah, thanks, AC. We appreciate you very much. Appreciate you all for coming out.
Yes.
Other than that,
yes, thank you for joining.
It's 2 hours, and this guy has to go to bed. So
I do too. Peace out, y'all.
Talk to you guys later.
Holla.
Holla.